Greetings of the day to everyone. So, here we are to discuss the next part of chapter 4, the structure of atom for class 9th. We had discussed few topics in our previous video. We discussed about Thomson's model, Rutherford's model and Niels Bohr's model for the structure of atom. Now we are going to discuss about the third subatomic particle, that is neutron. As electrons and protons we have already discussed in our previous video. So now we are going to start with neutrons. Neutrons. If I talk about neutrons, these were discovered by Sir James Chadwick in 1932. James Chadwick discovered another subatomic particle which had no charge and mass nearly equal to that of proton. I repeat myself, he discovered the third subatomic particle which was named as neutron with no charge and mass nearly equal to that of proton. So neutrons are present in the nucleus of all atoms except hydrogen. Hydrogen is not having any neutron in it. A neutron can be represented by small n, okay, and the mass of an atom is therefore given by the sum of masses of protons plus neutrons present in the nucleus. What I mean to say, that atomic mass is equal to number of proton plus neutron. So if we are aware about the atomic mass and number of proton, can we find out the number of neutrons? Right? So mass of an atom is always equal to number of protons plus neutrons. Okay? Neutrons and protons are collectively known as nucleons. What they are collectively known as? Nucleons. Alright? So here let's do one practice question for this. In this question, helium atom has an atomic mass of 4 mu and 2 protons in its nucleus. How many neutrons does it have? As we already know that atomic mass is equal to proton plus neutron. And when I am having the atomic mass 4 and number of proton 2, can I find out the number of neutron? That is 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So 2 will be the number of neutrons. Alright. So my next topic is how the electrons are distributed in different orbits. Now when we are aware about the structure of atom, we know where all the 3 subatomic particles lies. Now the next question arises that how the electrons are distributed in different orbits, as Bohr told us that they keep on revolving in different shells. K, L, M, N are the different shells for them. So how they are distributed over there, that we are going to discuss. Alright, the distribution of electrons into different orbits, which was suggested by Bohr and Bury. Who suggested the model for this? Bohr and Bury. Okay, Niels Bohr and Bury, 2 scientists were there who told us about this. Alright, so let's discuss how they are arranged. What is the Bohr-Bury rules? They have given 3 points for that. The first rule is that the maximum number of electrons present in a shell is given by the formula 2n square. Okay? कैसे दे सकते हैं हम maximum number of C? What the Bohr told us, he told us about four main shells, K, L, and M. KLMN. Okay, we can call it 1, 2, 3, 4 also. What is this 1? It is the number of n for that particular shell. Now, if I want to find out the maximum number of electrons which could be filled into these orbits, so how can I find out? I find out with 2n squared. So let's discuss it for K. K is having n 1. Okay, so if n is 1, now applying this formula, putting the value of n into this, 2 into 1 chi squared, that is 2. So what is the number of electrons which could be filled into K? 2. Maximum electrons are 2 which could be filled in K. Now let's discuss this for L. If I talk about L shell, then for L shell, what we can do, the number of n is 2. So by putting the value 2 into 2 chi square, 2n square we have to in 2n square we have to put the value of n. So by putting the value 2 into 4, that is 8. So what are the number of maximum electrons which could be filled into L? 8 electrons. Okay. Now let's discuss about the third shell, that is M, जिसके लिए n की वैल्यू कितनी है? 3. Okay. By putting this value 2 into n square, what I'll get 18. So the maximum number of electrons which could be filled into M is 18 electrons. Alright. Now the last shell we are going to discuss, that is N, for which the value of n is 4. Now I am putting this value over here in the formula of 2n square, and I'll get 32 electrons. Okay, so now once again let's revise. K, L, M, N. Number of electron, maximum electron could be filled in K 2, L 8 electron, for M it is 18, and for N it is 32 electrons. Okay. But now one more rule was given by Bohr and Bury, that the outermost shell should not contain more than 8 electrons. The valence shell should not contain more than 8 electrons. What I mean by valence shell? The shell which is outside. See, if I talk about sodium. So, for sodium comes at number 11. So, number of electrons for sodium are 11. Okay. So, how many electrons are there in valence shell? See, if this is the nucleus in which proton and nucleus lies, this is the first shell in which 2 electrons are there. The next shell in which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electron lies. Now the third shell which carries only 1 electron. So the third one, this is the valence shell. Okay, this is the valence shell, the outermost one which carries 1 electron. Okay, this is the valence shell. So what was the second rule given by Bohr and Bury? That the maximum number of electrons present in the outermost shell should be 8 only. Okay, I hope first rule must be clear to you. How we can find out the maximum number of electron for K, L, M and N. Okay, and what is the second rule? The maximum number of electron that can be accommodated in the outermost orbit is 8. So the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in K shell is 2, and rest of them carries 8 electrons with them. And the next rule was that electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shells are filled. Okay, that is, the shells are filled in stepwise manner, inner to inside to outside. So first the K shell will be filled, then L, then M, and then the outermost N will be filled. Okay, so let's discuss the electronic configuration for different elements, which will make the condition more clear to you guys. So let's discuss that. Now we will discuss the first 20 elements of periodic table with their electronic distribution. So first of all, let's discuss about the first 20 elements. So these are the first 20 elements: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium. Okay, hydrogen comes at number 1, helium comes at number 2. So this is the sequence, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, like this. This is the sequence, and we have to learn them into this sequence only. We cannot change its sequence. Alright, because they are having fixed atomic number according to the number of protons. So atomic number is always equal to number of protons is always equal to number of neutron. Okay, atomic number is always equal to number of proton is always equal to number of electron. यानी जो एटम का एटॉमिक नंबर होगा उतने ही उसमें प्रोटॉन होंगे, उतने ही उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होंगे. ओके, now how can we learn these elements in simpler form? Can you tell? Okay, I'll tell you a simple trick to learn them. First of all, let me discuss their symbols. Hydrogen H, helium He, Li is the symbol for lithium, Be for beryllium, B for boron, C for carbon, N for nitrogen, O for oxygen, F for fluorine, Ne is the symbol for neon. Okay, and Na for sodium, Mg for aluminium, Si for silicon, P for phosphorus, S for sulfur, Cl for chlorine, Ar for argon, K for potassium, because potassium is known as kalium, and similarly on number 11 sodium is known as natrium. Okay, that's why it is denoted by Na, and here potassium is denoted by K because of kalium. Okay, and calcium, symbol of calcium is Ca. Now I was telling you what is the trick to learn them. So you can learn like this. Okay, what have we done? हमने 20 तक के elements को इस तरीके से लिख दिया है. So how can you learn this? Ha, he, libe, canof, ni, nam, gal, sips, klar, kaka. I repeat myself once again. Ha, he, libe, canof, ni, nam, gal, sips, klar, kaka. Okay, by this we can learn the first 20 elements. Alright, and it is very important for us to learn these, because in further classes also we are going to discuss about them. Okay, and until and unless we will not learn this, we will not be able to do the questions which are based on these valencies and number of neutrons and atomic masses, atomic number, etc. So it's very important for us to learn these elements at least up to 25. Okay, see in this picture I have showed that how किस तरीके से हमने उनको ग्रुप्स में बांटा है. Are you able to see? Ha, he, Lebeb, Kenov, Ni, Namgal, Sips, Klar, Kaka. Okay, so like this small groups we have made. Ha means hydrogen, he means helium, Lebeb, Li, lithium, Be, beryllium, B, boron, Lebeb, Kenov, C, carbon, N, nitrogen, O, oxygen, F, fluorine. These four are known as Kenov. Ni, neon, Namgal, Na, sodium, Mg, magnesium, Al, aluminium, Sips, Si, silicon, P, phosphorus, S, sulfur, Klar, Cl, chlorine, Ar, argon, Kaka, K, potassium, and Ca, calcium. ओके, है ना बहुत इजी. चलिए अब हम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन डिस्कस करेंगे फॉर these 20 elements. We will not discuss all the elements, but few we will discuss. Okay, so let's start it with hydrogen. See, this is the distribution of electron in hydrogen. Hydrogen comes at number 1, atomic number 1. Okay, so what I told you, atomic number is always equal to number of electron is always equal to number of proton. So if the atomic number is 1, then number of electron will be 1, number of proton will be also 1. Okay, so if it is having 1 electron with it, it will be into the first shell only. Okay, alright, and when it is having first shell in its valence shell, 1 electron in its valence shell, then what it will do? It will donate this electron to someone. Okay, ये किसी को दे देगा, and जब हम electron donate करते हैं तो हम positive हो जाते हैं. So it will make H plus. Okay, because it will donate this electron to someone else, it will be positively charged. Alright, if I talk about helium, helium comes at number 2. So if the atomic number is 2, then number of electrons will also be 2 and number of protons will also be 2. Okay, so if it is having 2 electrons, that will be filled into the inner K shell. As I have told you, what is the maximum capacity of K shell? 2 electrons, right? So it will be filled into the K shell only. So 2 electrons are filled over here. So this is the valence shell, और अंदर वाला जो S shell होता है उसकी कैपेसिटी सिर्फ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की ही होती है. सो दिस शेल इज़ फिल्ड नाउ. ओके, सो क्योंकि इसका शेल फिल्ड है तो नाउ it will act as an inert gas. Okay, it will act as an inert gas. It will not react with anyone. Why it will not react? Because its valence shell is complete and it is not having any free electrons with it. Are you getting? Okay, Now if I talk about lithium, lithium comes at number 3. So atomic number क्या हो गया? 3. So what I have told you, atomic number is always equal to number of electron is always equal to number of proton. So if the atomic number is 3, electron will be 3 and proton will also be 3. Okay. Now if it is having 3 electrons, so what will be the electronic configuration? 2, 1. Right? 2 will be in the inner shell, that is S shell, and P will be in the out. 1 will be in the outer shell. Okay. Now along with these main k element shells, we are having 4 subshells also, which are known as SPDF. Okay, SPDF. Now what are the maximum number of electrons which could be filled in S? Is 2 electrons. In P we can fill 6 electrons, but first they will be filled singly and then doubling will occur, then pairing will occur. This is the Hund's rule. Okay, ये rule Hund's ने दिया था, and he told us कि first the electrons will be filled singly, and then if they are having more electron, then pairing will occur. Alright, so I talked about S and P. Now let's discuss about SPD. D is having the maximum number capacity of 10 electrons. So similarly, first electrons will be filled singly and then the pairing will occur. Okay, if I talk about the next F shell, then the capacity for F shell is 14 electrons. Similarly, first they will be filled singly. अगर किसी आटम के पास 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं तो 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं तो सिर्फ फर्स्ट की पेयरिंग होगी. 9 है, देन द पेयरिंग ऑफ सेकेंड विल अकर. 10, देन इसका इस तरीके से पेयरिंग होता जाएगा. ओके, सो व्हाट इज़ द मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी ऑफ डी शेल? इट इज़ 14 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. Okay, now I told you that for K K can also be said as 1, shell number 1. L can be said as 2. M को हम shell number 3 बोल सकते हैं और N को shell number 4. Okay, so here the electrons will be filled into 1s2 2s1. ओके, यानी देखो K के अंदर सिर्फ 1s होता है, राइट. L के अंदर 2s 2p, बिकॉज L की कैपेसिटी कितनी थी? 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की. You remember I have told you the formula of 2n square to find out the maximum number of electrons. So L is having 2 subshells S and P. Okay, if I talk about M, which is having the capacity of 18 electrons, so it will be having 3s 3p 3d. Okay, 2 plus 6 8 plus 10 18 electrons. If I talk about N, then it will be having S P, D, F, all the 4 with it. Okay, 4s1, 4s, 4p 4d 4f। ऐसा नहीं है कि यहीं ख़त्म होता है। 5s 5p 5d 5f 6s 6p 6d 6f 7s 7p 7d 7f। इस तरीके से आगे शेल्स बढ़ते जाते हैं, बट आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू द बेसिक कंसेप्ट। ओके, so what will be the electronic configuration for this lithium? It will be 1s2 2s1. Okay, now let's discuss about neon. As we know that neon comes at number 10. Okay, remember ha, he, libe, canof, ni. Ni means neon. It comes at number 10. So if it comes at number 10, then how many electrons it will be having? If the atomic number is 10, then the electrons will be 10 and protons will also be 10. Okay. So how these 10 electrons will be filled? What will be the electronic configuration? It will be 2 8. Okay, 2 8. Alright, and how the electrons will be filled over here? Now the outer shell, the valence shell, is complete. Okay, its octane is complete. As I have told you, all the atoms wants to complete their octane so that they could be stable. If they will be having complete octane, they will be more stable. So they want to complete their octane. So here it will act as an inert gas because they are not having any free electron. Okay, so helium will act as inert gas as well as neon. Okay, I hope it must be clear to you that neon is a noble or inert element because its outermost shell is complete. Now let's discuss this electronic configuration for phosphorus. If I talk about phosphorus, it comes at number 15. Okay, so what will be the electronic configuration for this? The electronic configuration will be 2 in the inner shell, then 8. कितना हो गया? 2 plus 8 10. How many are remaining? 5. Okay, so will it take 3 electrons and it will donate these 5 electrons to someone? In usual condition they take 3 electrons from someone, but phosphorus shows the valency of 3 as well as 5. Okay, it shows both the valencies. Alright, so how many electrons it will be having in its valence shell? 5 electrons. Alright, the distribution of electron in argon. As we know, argon comes at number, yes, it comes at number 18. Okay, so if the atomic number is 18, the number of electron will also be 18, the number of proton will be 18. Alright, so how the 18 electrons will be filled into the shell? 2 8 8, कितना हो गया? 2 plus 8 10 plus 8 18. Okay, done. Alright, so how many electrons it is having in its outer shell? 8. So is the octane complete? Yes. So will it take gain or lose the electron? No, because its outer shell is complete. So it is also a noble or inert element because it is having its valence shell fully filled. Okay, I hope the electronic configuration must be clear to you. Let's discuss it for one more element, that is for calcium. If I talk about calcium का atomic number है 20. So as I have told you, atomic number is equals to number of electron इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन। तो इसमें कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है? 20। प्रोटॉन कितने हैं? 20। How these 20 electrons will be filled into shells? They will be, what will be the electronic configuration? The electronic configuration will be 2, 8, कितना हो गया? 10, again 8, 18. अब कितने बचे? 2 electrons are left. So how many electrons will be filled into valence shell? 2. Okay, now will it take 6 electrons from someone, or it will donate these 2 electrons and take the positive charge? It will donate. Okay, so calcium carries +2 charge with it because it donates these 2 electron, and what this is called the valency of the element. Okay, the number of electron which it can donate, gain or share. Sorry, gain, lose or share. Okay, all right, so I hope now electronic configuration must be clear to you guys. All right, let's discuss one question. See, if I am saying that K and L shell of an atom are full, then what would be the total number of electron in the atom? Okay, as we know that K is having the maximum capacity of 2 electrons and L is having the maximum capacity of 8 electrons. If both these shells are fully filled, then the total number of electrons will be 8 plus 2, 10. If 10 electrons are present, then the atomic number will also be 10. So at 10 we know the element is neon. तो कौन सा एलिमेंट होगा? नियॉन होगा with 10 electrons. Okay, I hope now you must have understood what type of question you may get with this. Alright, now our next topic, valency, we will discuss in our next video. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Thank you.